Good morning, Facebook. December 4th, about 10 a.m. Sorry if you were just watching the last video, there was a connection problem, and so we just had to start over. What a night last night. The city of Virginia Beach had thousands of citizens at the council meeting in support of the Second Amendment sanctuary drive that is being pushed. Now, there was not on the agenda last night in Virginia Beach, so the room was filled with Second Amendment supporters. After the council had completed their meeting, there was the non-agenda citizen forum. Several speakers, including myself, addressed city council as to why Virginia Beach needs to be a Second Amendment sanctuary city. People were pouring out of the building. They couldn't even get in. The news media is underreporting how many people were actually there. There were some people opposed to it, maybe 10 or 15, and there were thousands and thousands of people that were there in support. Now, what happened last night? Basically, many of us addressed city council of why we need a Second Amendment sanctuary in the city of Virginia Beach. The council did not take the issue up. It's not on the agenda. It is in their minds, and now we have to push them and encourage them to put it on the agenda. In this link at the top of, go right up here, I've put the contact for every Virginia Beach City Council member, their name and their email address. You just click on that link and email them. Email every single one of them and tell them that you support Virginia Beach being a sanctuary city and you would like them to put that on the January 7th, 2020 agenda. The citizenry on these issues is overwhelming. I am so proud of the people that showed up and the people that literally stood outside, even though they weren't going to be heard, but just in solidarity with those of us who were inside speaking to the city council. Now, I've posted a link to my speech. Many of you have asked for a short summary, talking points as to all of the laws. Every bill that has to do with guns is contained in the speech, so click on that. That's also right here in the link if you want to see the 18 current bills that have been pre-filed in the Virginia legislature. They're all there. You can see them, you can research them, you can make your own informed decisions. Some events coming up. Chesapeake has an agenda item for Chesapeake to become a sanctuary city. That is December 10th. I am a speaker at that event. It would be amazing to have people show up to Chesapeake like they did in Virginia Beach. It is on the agenda, which means they are going to vote on it December 10th, 6:30 in the city of Chesapeake. So everybody who was there in Virginia Beach needs to go to the Chesapeake event. Prince Edward has a Second Amendment sanctuary agenda item on December 17th at 7 p.m. at the high school. It's not in the council chambers because there are going to be so many people. So Prince William has that December 17th at 7 o'clock. Hampton has a meeting on December 11th at 6 p.m., which I will be at, to speak at the non-agenda portion of why Hampton should be on there. York has a non-agenda time to speak on December 17th at 6 p.m. Those are the local ones. Now, many of you have asked, how do I get this movement going in my hometown, in my home county? It's very simple. You go to your board of supervisors or your city council and you ask to speak at the non-agenda items and you invite a friend and then you tell those people to invite friends. And if thousands of people show up, the board will, or the city council will have to take notice of what is happening. WTKR interviewed me yesterday, and they also covered the Gloucester County. Gloucester yesterday became a Second Amendment sanctuary. That link is up there. It's pretty fair and unbiased by how they reported it. I do think all of the networks have underreported how many people came to Virginia Beach last night. I didn't see many news media people out there when I exited the building at around 7:30. They may have been there when I was inside, but I did not see many. There were certainly no news vans. There was no camera station like you would see normally. So there is, if they were there, I didn't see them, and so I'm not 100% sure where they have come up with their numbers. I read one on Wavy that said there was equal number of protesters as there were demonstrators. That was absolutely not the case. That is not the truth. There were thousands of people there. Now, maybe they didn't know to be there. Maybe there are equal numbers out there who protested, but they weren't there last night. So those are the updates I can give you. I can't tell you how proud I was of everybody who showed up last night. If you were there, thank you. If you weren't there because you can't be there, I understand that. Take the time and write to the City of Virginia Beach Council and ask them to put this on the agenda for January 7th, 2020. It is important that the City of Virginia Beach goes on the record as to whether or not it is going to support the extreme laws that are going to come down, or whether it is going to stand up like many other counties have and said, look, we appreciate laws, but the extreme ones are not going to be enforced. Okay, one more thing. Last night I kind of stirred a controversy, and I'm trying to keep my comments to guns, but at the end of my speech, I talked about the hypocrisy of the Richmond delegation. There is 2 bills before the Senate, and these are contained in my speech. There's a Senate bill which takes away parental consent for abortion, basically meaning that a minor will be allowed, if the law passes, a minor will be allowed to get an abortion without their parents knowing about it. There is also a House bill that says a minor cannot go to a tanning salon without parental consent. So when I said this to the council last night, my point was you have a council, or you have a body, a Democrat body, who thinks it's okay for a minor to get an abortion, but would need a parent to be with them to go to a tanning salon. The hypocrisy of that, and these are the same people making the rules. The rules that are being pre-filed are extreme. They will make many felons out of Virginia gun owners if they pass as proposed. And so it is time to engage. It is amazing. It's breathtaking to watch the people form, and peacefully. Nobody's out there threatening people and fights and all that. It's peaceful protesting. It is absolutely one of the biggest, most profound things I've seen citizenry do. And of course I wasn't alive during the civil rights movement, but it feels like that. It feels like, people are saying, look, we are going to stand up for our rights. You are going to recognize us. It's amazing. So get involved. Go to these meetings. Go to even if you don't speak, just go there to show your support. And if you can't be there, write to the council members. Tell them your thoughts. Take a couple minutes out of your day to do that. All right, so that should be it. I will see, hopefully, all of you on December 10th in Chesapeake at the agenda item for the Second Amendment Sanctuary there. What a day that will be if that passes. You want to probably get there early. Virginia Beach you couldn't get in there after about 5:15 for a 6 o'clock meeting, so you're probably going to want to get down there about 4:30 if you want to get a seat and be inside. But what amazing show turnout last night, and hopefully all of you show up in Chesapeake on that day. All right, I'm Tim Anderson. We'll see you next time. Thank you.